share it only because of the name, the moniker that they gave him. So in New Jersey, there was, so like the track field and the football field and all that.
I do.
So like how kids go out there for practice every day, right? So they go out on the field almost daily, and they started realizing that human feces had been left on the field, like almost daily, right? Sparking a hunt for the quote mystery pooper. Right?
There's a mystery pooper on the large. He's that large.
I like the notion of sparking a hunt.
That's what happened. It sparked a hunt. So basically, this has been happening on the regular on the football field. Okay, so everybody in the school
50-yard line. Big old
yes,
steamer.
Everybody's looking. And so there's this person that eventually got arrested. And would either of you like to share his nickname? Did you see that in the article?
Go ahead, Eric. I know this is one that you have to share.
Do I have to do that?
You do.
That would mean I'd have to go look at the story.
Oh, I see how you are.
I much rather respond spontaneously.
All right. All right. The mystery pooper.
The mystery pooper, he was the ex-superintendent of the school, so he was called the pooperintendent.
All right, now I have it open.
Oh, now you have it open. Thank you for joining the rest of us.
I can only have my computer. Speaking of irritating computers, I've only been able to have a very small number of windows open at the same time, or mine freezes as well.
Well, it's a Mac. What do you expect?
We can't have.
So they call him the pooperintendent. He pled guilty, right? So what's he being?
Plead guilty.
So what's the poop on the scoop? What's he gonna be charged with?
It's odd. They're going to go to trial with some allegations about specific dates because they have GPS evidence from his running watch.
Oh my gosh! How about?
So they're serious.
Are they getting exhibits too? Here's Exhibit A.
But it seems really, really serious that they're taking this. So they charged him.
I wouldn't take his crap.
He's separated from his job and all that. So I don't know exactly, but I mean. That's the thing. Like, you're, indecent in public? You could have indecent exposure as a charge, technically.
Yeah, you could. But
it's a sex offense in some places. So,
well, that's the thing, though. Here's the deal: is what possessed the man with all the power to stop and take a dump on the 50-yard line or wherever it was? What would possess a grown man to stop and do that? Is there a disorder anywhere in the DCM that would tell you how nuts he is?
The DSM, yes. And actually there are multiple, but do I think he has any of those disorders? No. I mean, there's things like coprophagia and all that, which you don't even want to know.
Well, that's one of my favorite words.
Yeah, I like that one. I'm going to start using that all over the place now. Coprophagia.
Yeah. No, there's things like that. And I don't know that he's, honestly, I think he's just angry for some reason.
Well, look at him.
Yeah, his lawyer, because, first of all, there's this idea anyway that like primates, right, when they get really angry or they're trying to defend, they will
throw poop.
They'll poop and they will throw it, right? It's a defense mechanism.
I know.
And it's often done out of anger.
We've all been to the zoo. We've all been to the zoo.
Yeah, so I mean, is this guy doing that? I don't know. His lawyer is saying that he got a form of I didn't know this was a thing. I'm just repeating it. Runner's diarrhea?
Is he crap out of luck?
Runner's diarrhea.
Yeah, like he's a runner and that he gets this like
what?
No, I'm running.
I'm running
down my leg.
I need to stop.
What, like you always have to stop on the football field? Is that how that works? Like that doesn't quite seem to add up, and that's what his lawyer.
No,
that seemes rather convenient.
It does. It does.
Extremely convenient.
Could you imagine that defense, though? Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I submit exhibit number 1.
I wouldn't want to be anywhere near this case. Like, as a lawyer, like, if I ever get picked for a jury.
No, it's number 2.
I can smell the justice in the air, let me tell you.
It's unbelievable. So, like, his entire career is ruined. His name is ruined because he was really angry and felt the need to do this. He looks
mad. He looks like a very angry man.
He does look very angry.
He looks like he has issues. He looks like he has a lot of issues. All right. Where would you like to go? We got 10 minutes left.
Not as many issues as the Florida man that is dancing on a police car to summon help in a vampire battle.
Help! They're fighting, and they're vampires.
I just saw that headline when I, opened up that email, and I thought, I hope we're going to cover that.
Do you know what's interesting for me about this story, though? It's not the headline of the Florida man dancing on a police car to summon help in a vampire battle that got me. That's not what got me.
Say that 10 times fast.
Yeah, it's the fact that he was dancing to Rich Girl by Hall & Oates.
Oh,
that's what got me.
She's a rich girl.
And it's gone too far, and I know it don't matter anyway.
Yeah, yes. I'm like,
rely on the old man's money.
Yeah, you rely on the old man. I'm like, dude, I have to see this story now.
And
like,
he was. Look at him. There's a little video there. I'm watching him dance about.
Yeah.
Wow. Man.
I know. And then the next song that comes on, no lie, is Supertramp's Goodbye Stranger. And he gets down. Like, it takes him a while to get down to the second one because it's kind of a slow jam.
Oh, it is.
I mean?
It simmers. But does go somewhere. It's.
Well, you get to that refrain, though?
Yes. Oh, yeah. So now, he was allegedly doing this to get the police's attention about a vampire fight.
Well, it's odd because I believe that the sheriff probably lives at this house. You know what I mean?
I was going to say it looks parked.
In a driveway. Yeah, it's parked. He comes up to the back of the sheriff's car, almost touching it with his vehicle, and cranks up the volume on his radio and hops up onto the roof of the sheriff's vehicle to dance. And he said that he was prompted to break out in this dance after being scared away from his own home by a woman with fangs.
Oh.
Yeah.
Wow.
This story's like an onion.
It is. And man, that guy's just a going.
It has many layers.
It's just a going. This video was great.
I know. The woman was threatening him, he said, and he believed a human sacrifice was about to occur involving vampires. And he needed the sheriff of Nottingham to help him stop the slaughter of small children.
Sheriff of Nottingham.
Which, of course, would involve dancing to Hall & Oates.
Yes, it's a rhythmic. It's a rhythmic call for help.
Now, wait a minute. There seem to be some mixed metaphors here.
Well, that part is true, but he does have rhythm, and I appreciate that.
Yeah, for a white boy, he dances pretty good.
He does actually, right?
He does.
I like the second one where it takes him a while. Like he's just kind of
it's a slow simmer. He does. I like how he makes the hands. Raise the roof. That one movie's doing.
Yep.
So he's got that all go. You guys got to go look at this video. For anyone that wants to go take a look, it's the Huffington Post. Go click on that vampire hunter dance. Take a gander at that. That is insane. That's so stupid. But what's he being charged with, though?
You know what's interesting about this is that, I mean, obviously we are making fun, but I mean, clearly, based on the details, he is mentally ill.
Oh,
right?
Yeah, clearly.
So I would hope, honestly, that they really wouldn't charge him with much of anything. There was no property damage. No person was injured.
Again, much like the child stealing my candy. They have to learn.
He does a delightful dance on top of a car, and no one's injured in the process. So.
Well, what about that vampire?
Yeah.
Well, he stopped the vampire by doing the dance. Haven't you been paying attention?
Gotcha.
Gotcha. He should be thanked and rewarded.
He should be.
Exactly.
With a new Hall & Oates CD. The newest one from 1983.
I love that song. That's what got me to click on the article when it said the Hall & Oates. I was like, oh, yeah. I got to see this.
Wow.
So, yeah. I don't know what he was charged with. I do hope he got treated. Clearly, it seems like it's a psychotic disorder.
Clarissa, you need to go to YouTube and look up something called Yacht Rock. It's been around a long time, so it's been years. But
what is it called?
Yacht Rock.
How do you spell it?
Yacht, like the boat.
Yacht, like a boat.
You know what I'm talking about, right, Eric?
Yacht Rock.
Yeah, Yacht Rock, where they have the Hall & Oates battle in the alley against Kenny Loggins. Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
It's so smooth.
Kenny Loggins. It is. It's smooth and wonderful. Although, if you're Brett Kavanaugh, apparently you get in fights on yachts
Yeah. Yes.
So it doesn't matter.
Exactly. You got to watch the video. It's not referring actually to the boat. It's referring to the giant hits they had in the early '80s and late '70s.
It's become a subgenre of music.
Exactly.
It's like it's a channel on
Yacht rock.
Sirius XM.
Sailing away. Yeah, all that stuff. You know.
Oh, I actually like that song.
Yeah. Like McDonald, whatever his first name is. He's a big one. Michael McDonald. Yes,
McDonald,
exactly. Yes, go check out Yacht Rock YouTube. Anyone that's listening right now. If you haven't seen it, I know it's old, so it's been around, 10, 15 years. But go check it out. It is still hilarious as all hell. We got time for one, maybe two more, Clarissa.
All right. Well, let's talk about the New Hampshire. The New Hampshire police are still seeking this person. This only happened 24 hours ago. Okay. Oh. Yeah. New Hampshire is they see an unidentified man. So he's still out there. He's still on the loose. He was caught. Yeah, on surveillance footage, pouring maple syrup all over a police cruiser.
Oh, man, those poor cop cars are having a rough night.
And then eating it with a knife and fork.
It is New Hampshire.
He did not eat the cruiser. No, he somewhat sort of lackadaisically, really. He doesn't seem terribly angry, but he pours a perfectly good bottle of maple syrup all over the police vehicle.
I don't know what to be mad about. I don't know. I should be, the waste of food, or is the cruiser getting dirty?
How do you solve this? What do you do? Do you just run it through a car wash? Does that even work?
Very hot water.
Yeah, a lot of hot water. They caught the guy, you said, right? Or no, he's at large. He's at large. Okay.
He's at large, yeah. You can see the video.
Well,
you can go online, and they have a phone number to call in case you know.
I would start looking at the local IHOP. Look for a man with an affinity for maple syrup. Mm-hmm. And go from there. And question everybody in the IHOP. Show the picture. Have you seen this man with this maple syrup?
Or if there are any recent maple syrup assaults on humans.
They better get the guys in the field to check all the grocery stores to make sure there's no thefts of any maple syrup.
And they should ask all the trees if anyone stole any sap from them.
Can they run a trace on said maple syrup? Get the boys down the lab on this.
An expert taster comes in. Oh, I know where this is from.
Maple DNA.
This is a Vermont gold. Yes.
And you know what? If these crime stories this week have taught me anything, it's that if you ask, sometimes you will get surprising results because there was a group of criminals. I'm talking a group, 6 of them in Belgium. Okay, where they were trying to rob a store. They came 6 guys. Come to rob a store. 6 of them. Okay,
it's a small army.
That is a small theft army, isn't it?
And I would be. I would be afraid if 6 guys showed up. I'd be afraid.
That's more like a league of evil, is what that is. That's a league of evil.
A bowling team with backups. I don't know what's happening. So they all come to rob this e-cigarette shop owner.
Oh.
Who is identified simply as Didier. And so they're armed, okay? They show up outside of his store, and he says, I told them clearly that 3 p.m. is not the best time to hold up a store.
I told them clearly.
Yeah, clearly I told them it's the wrong time.
I told them if they came back later on, that there would be more euros to hand over. And to his surprise,
they came back.
They agreed, and they left.
And did they come back at 6:30 though?
Well, so here's the thing. So Didier calls the cops, right? And the cops are like, dude, they're not going to come back, right? So as he's waiting for the cops to show up, they come back at 5:30, and he says he shook their head and said, I berated them, saying, you have to buy a watch. I told you to come back at 6:30 when the store was closing, so they left and came back again.
Well, they got some polite thieves in Belgium.
Yeah, well, evidently those criminals are very nice.
Yeah, well, in plainclothes, cops
obedient.
Very much so.
There, the cop showed up. Yeah, the cop showed up at 6:30, and they're like, "Dude, they're not going to show up." They show up. So yeah,
they nabbed him at that point.
They did. They nabbed him on time.
Yeah. Well, it's very important to be on time. Let me tell you that.
And apparently they were punctual the third time.
They're punctual felons, is what they are.
Yeah. Yeah, but I'm like, imagine having the guts that guy had to look at 6 armed robbers and go, "Hey,